Good evening, this is Sandra Bilu coming to you as we wrap another scene in One Way In, No Way Out. Written, produced, and directed by Malcolm Boyd. Today we have our actor here, Rick Reed. How are you this evening, Rick?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, Rick, I'm going to ask you a few questions that will give the audience some idea of who you are in this production and what you're doing. The first question I have for you is, who is your character?
My character is Chris Simons, and he's a DA. He's a father. But also, Chris, in one sense, to me, is a somewhat troubled individual. He's ambitious. He's driven by greed. He feels that in society he should probably be in a much higher station than he is now.
Okay.
And he also has no issues with doing whatever he needs to do to get to wherever he needs to get.
Oh.
And one more thing, I think outwardly he has, for the most part, a calm veneer, but he's actually really volatile underneath.
Volatile inside, okay. Well, how did you prepare for the role?
I prepared for Chris the same way I prepare for all my roles. I, read the script or the play. I try to start to picture in my mind and get a sense of who this person is according to the circumstances, according to what's been said about him by other characters. And prior to focusing on the memorization of my lines, I try to develop a storyline for whatever the character may be and then start to memorize the lines.
Okay, sort of like the backstory?
Yeah, I try to create somewhat of a backstory, which evolves over time as I discover more things about the character. But I don't rush so much into memorizing the lines as I just like to contemplate the character and dwell on who I think he might be.
Okay, that's a pretty interesting way to go about it. How long have you been acting, Rick?
I first started acting probably like in 1972. I was working basically street theater when I started off. Director named Clay Stevenson took me in when I had no acting skills whatsoever and somewhat trained me. Marvin Felix Camille, who directed the play Short Eyes, that was done by Joseph Papp, was a friend of mine. We worked together in this street theater, and then I got a role, and from that point forward I was pretty much on as a stage actor.
All right, so you're a stage actor and a film actor.
Yeah, recently, more so than I've ever done, I've really tried to explore what it means to be a film actor and pursue film. I never did that when I was younger. I stayed exclusively to the stage. But film was always my first love and fascination, despite my love for the stage. And so now I just say, you know what, let me pursue this and let me just see where it goes.
That's wonderful. Well, from what we've seen here, you are doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yes. What else would you like people to know about you, Rick?
I'm just an average individual, who loves life and pursues life and feels that one should pursue life according to one's will and whatever makes one and allows one to thrive, not just simply exist. And that, I think that's the best thing you can do for yourself, is to live life to your fullest every single day, every single moment.
Okay, that's great. Any other interests that you'd like us to know about?
Not in particularly. I just, always try to keep myself physically fit. I think being physically fit, given that I am now 70, well actually will be 71 years old.
No way.
In June, has served me throughout my youth, my middle age, and into my older age to stay pretty strong and healthy. So I would highly recommend that if you're younger or even if you're older, engage some kind of physical exercise, whatever it is that suits you.
That's some wonderful advice because it's actually really working for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
All right. Great.
All right.